And right now we are talking about the elements of directing. Right, student? Elements of directing or direction. Elements of direction. What do we mean by direction, children? So direction is a process where we instruct, guide, coach, motivate the employees. So ஒரு மேனேஜர் அவரோட எம்ப்ளாயீஸை கைட் பண்ணுறது, மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுறது, சூப்பர்வைஸ் பண்ணுறது எல்லாமே எந்த டாப்பிக்கில் வரும்? Directing. So directing plays a very important role as a managerial function in the management. Right, children? So what are we going to, what are the various things we spoke about directing already? We discussed the characteristics of directing. Right, it initiates action. What is the first step of directing? It initiates action. என்னன்னா நம்ம பிளான் பண்ணி ஆர்கனைசேஷன் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் கொண்டு வந்து அதுல தேவையான பீப்புளை ஸ்டாஃப் பண்ணி ரைட் ஸ்டாஃப் உள்ள கொண்டு வந்துட்டாலும் we need directing because it starts the action, it initiates the action. நம்ம கொடுக்குற இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் நம்ம ஃபாலோ பண்ணி ஆக்ட் அவுட் பண்ணுறது எந்த ஸ்டேஜில்? டைரக்டிங் ஸ்டேஜ். அண்ட் இட் டேக்ஸ் பிளேஸ் அட் எவ்ரி லெவல் ஆஃப் த மேனேஜ்மெண்ட். டாப் லெவல் மட்டும்தான், மிடில் லெவல் மட்டும்தான், அண்ட் ஆப்ரேஷனல் லெவல் மட்டும்தான் இல்லாமல் it deals with all the levels of management. Right, children? It is a continuous process, of course, just like how management is a continuous process, how planning is a continuous process, how organizing is a continuous process, how staffing is a continuous process. Similarly, of course, directing is also a continuous process. Right, children? And then it flows from top to bottom. How does it flow? Directing flows from top to bottom. ஒரு superior அவரோட subordinate-க்கு instructions கொடுக்குறாரு. So that actually flows from which direction? From top to bottom. Right, children? Importance of directing. Why we need directing actually? It is a very important topic. It deals with importance of motivation also. Right? So importance of directing because it initiates action. When a subordinate has a doubt, immediately he can get it clarified from the superior. Superior பக்கத்துல இருக்கிறதுனால whenever he has a doubt, easily he can get it clarified. And then it integrates employee efforts in the organization in such a way that every individual contributes towards the organizational goals. எப்படி கொண்டு வரோம் நம்ம எம்ப்ளாயிஸோட இண்டிவிஜுவல் எஃபர்ட்ஸை குரூப் பண்ணி organizational goals டைரக்ட் பண்ணி கொண்டு போகிறது தான் டைரக்டிங்கோட இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஒர்க்குன்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். Right, children? So it integrates the individual efforts into what? Towards the organizational goals. A manager, okay, with good leadership abilities can do anything. ஒரு positive vibe கொண்டு வர முடியும் organizationல through what? The effective leadership of the particular manager or the superior. It guides employees to fully realize their potential. They might not know what they are capable of. அவங்களால என்ன அளவுக்கு work பண்ண முடியும்? What is their strength? They might not have known. But a manager might recognize it and make them to use their full potential through what? Through motivation they can use. And it facilitates introduction of needed changes to be accepted. ஒரு புது சேஞ்ச் வரப்போ ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயால் அதை ஹாப்பியாக எடுத்துக்க முடியும்னு நம்மளால சொல்ல முடியாது. It might be a difficult change also and they might hesitate to take up the change. So what happens when there is an effective directing system? Of course, it is good for the employee to accept the change. He has a good relationship with his superior. So superior சொல்றது என்னோட பெனிஃபிட்காக I can deal with this, I can do it. He motivates himself and does it. And then finally it helps to bring stability and balance. It reduces employee turnover. It brings us stability. Right? We already saw in staffing that employee turnover is not good for an organization. அடிக்கடி employees organization விட்டு போயிட்டே இருந்தா what we have to do with staffing? It is a process of filling the jobs and keeping the jobs filled. Again recruiting, again selecting. We saw how costly it is. Why do we want to incur these unwanted expenditures? Right, children? Principles of directing. principles like what? It should have maximum individual contribution, then harmony of objectives, unity of command, appropriateness of direction technique, managerial communication, use of informal organization, leadership and follow through. These various things we have discussed. Then now we are discussing the elements of direction. So how properly a direction should be. What are the various things that are involved in the directing process? We have instructing, we have not commanding, we have supervising, we have guiding, we have motivating, we have leadership, and all these things comes under what? Directing. It comes in the process of directing. So all these activities and any other related activities, இது மட்டும் இல்லாம வேற மற்ற activities which are related to direction are also brought under 4 headings. Okay, they are brought under what? 4 titles, namely supervision. What are those 4 headings, children? Under direction, we have supervision, motivation, we have leadership, and we have communication. Right. We have supervision, motivation, leadership and communication. These are the 4 important things that we call as elements of direction. Out of these we have already discussed about supervision. What have we discussed, children? We have discussed about supervision. What is supervision? It can be taken in 2 aspects. ஒரு மேனேஜர் பண்ற ஒரு work, இன்னொன்று அதுக்குன்னு செப்பரேட்டாக மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஹைரார்க்கியில் ஒரு நேம் இருக்கு, ஒரு பொசிஷன் இருக்கு, which is called as supervisor. So the work, the special work of a supervisor is only to supervise. The manager, how does he do? He overlooks the work done by the subordinates. அவங்க subordinates பண்ற work ஒழுங்கா பண்றாங்களான்னு supervise பண்ணி பார்த்து, if there is anything that has to be changed, any instructions that has to be given by the manager. Right. What is the work of supervisor? Supervisor's role is more detailed in itself because his work is only about supervising. He is going with the employees all the time and he is going to take care of them completely. So why or how supervision is important is what we have discussed. Yes, supervision important. In supervisor becomes a friend, guide and a philosopher to an employee, directly connects with the employee or a day-to-day contact. When an MD comes and tells you about a change, you don't have a direct day-to-day contact, right? So you might not be very much happy with that change, but the same instruction given by your immediate subordinate you find, right? In your school, okay, in our school, when there is an instruction given by someone else, okay, there are many teachers in our school, all are our teachers, but still you will feel good or you will feel committed when your class teacher or your favorite teacher comes and tells you something. Yeah, just like that. At home when your relatives are going to say you something or tell you some corrections, tell you some work to do or tell you some suggestion, that you might not take much seriously, but when your parents are telling, you take it a lot seriously because you have a direct contact with them, you have a day-to-day relationship with them. Just like that, a supervisor has a what? A day-to-day relationship with his employees. Alright, so and what else? Supervisor acts as a bridge between both the management and the workers. The management patiyum nalla theriyum, workers patiyum nalla theriyum. So he can handle both the situation equally. Manager oda kashtatha worker ku sollalam, worker oda kashtatha manager ku solli avangala he'll bring them to a meeting point to sort out the problems that might come in. பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் என்னன்னு தெரியும், அதை எம்ப்ளாயீஸ் கிட்ட இருந்து எப்படி வர வைக்கணும்னு தெரியும். He can use various direction techniques to get the expected performance out from the employees. He can be a good on the job trainer. அவருக்கு அந்த ஒர்க்கை பற்றி கம்ப்ளீட்டாக தெரியும். ஸோ he can give instructions, he can tell them how to work. on the job trainer, okay, அவர் சூப்பர்வைஸ் பண்ணுறப்ப இது இப்படி இல்லை அப்படின்னு பண்ணுறப்ப it becomes an on the job training. Right children, it is going to be very effective, and supervisory leadership plays a key role. It's not going to be just simple, it's a key role because our supervisor as well as a leader, he's experienced, so he can take the employees to the next level, and he can, you know, bring good morale among the employees. Or team spirit இருக்கலாம், ஒரு friendship இருக்கலாம், ஒரு commitment இருக்கலாம். He can induce that among his employees, and finally he can give feedback. So supervisor அங்கே இருக்கிறப்போ is always looking into the work of his employees. So what are the works performed by them, எப்படி பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, என்ன feedback கொடுக்கலாம், என்ன corrections கொடுக்கலாம், everything will be done by who? The supervisor. That's what we have discussed in supervision. We have completed discussing about supervision. Now what are we discussing? We are discussing now about motivation. What is motivation? Motivation is the incitement or inducement that makes you to act. Right? Something that is pushing you forward to move. Right? Three important things we have discussed about it. Motive, motivation and a motivator. Idhula motive na nam enna paathom, a need towards what we are working. That's motive. Motivation is the process, and finally motivator is the technique that you use, not the person, the technique that you use. What are the features of motivation that we have discussed? It is an internal feeling. Can you see it? No, it is a drive, it is a feel, it is an urge that we all have inside. யாருக்குமே அதை பார்க்க முடியாது. We can only feel it, and it is pushing us to do something. We saw many examples towards it. Okay, come up with more examples. And it produces goal-directed behavior. I am going to reach that place, so I have to behave like that. Tomorrow, if I am a manager, நான் எப்படி இருக்கணும், ஒரு manager எப்படி இருக்கணும்? You get inspired by the present manager. You get guided by them. Right. Next, it can either be positive or negative. என்ன பண்ணலாம், நம்ம positive motivation ஆவும் இருக்கலாம், negative motivation ஆவும் இருக்கலாம். So positive motivation examples are rewards, you know, vacation, incentives, promotion. Whereas negative motivation, it talks about what? Punishments, or you know, cutting off the salary. All those can be negative motivation. That is also motivation, making you to move. Like you have the fear of job security. That can be. It is a complex process because individual. You're going to handle whom? Individuals or a group or organization. இதுதான் motivation technique. எல்லாருக்கும் இதுதான் செட் ஆகும்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. It might differ. It definitely would differ from person to person. ஒரு classல 25 students இருக்கீங்கன்னா all 25 of you will not have the same perspective. நம்ம எல்லாரோட perspective, எல்லாரோட thinking process, it's entirely different. Right children? So that is what we discussed about motivation so far. Today we are going to talk about interesting topics. One is the motivation process. Another one is the Maslow's need hierarchy theory, which is very, very interesting. So we are going to talk about motivation process. How does it start? Where does it go? What is its next step? Where does it start? Adalana, we are going to discuss under the topic what? Motivation process. So where does it actually start? We saw that it's an internal feeling, and it starts with what? A need. Okay? An unsatisfied need, a need that you want to complete or vision. When you want to attain something, then it starts with that particular unsatisfied need. Starts with பசிக்குது, உங்களுக்கு தாகமாக இருக்கீங்க, தண்ணி குடி, இந்த சாப்பிடு. Can we say like that, children? No, we cannot. Right? It is an internal feeling. Already நம்ம என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம்? The internal feeling நமக்கு தான் வரும். So when I am hungry, I will feel the need to eat. Okay? And it will get over once I eat. Once I get it done, that work is over. Same way in an organization, இப்போ நம்மளோட unsatisfied need வந்து ஒரு பொசிஷன், ஒரு ப்ரமோஷன் வச்சுக்கிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா, that is my starting point. So where does it actually start? It starts with an unsatisfied need. Unsatisfied need. Okay? Or unsatisfied need energy. For example, you go to a hotel, okay? You're very hungry. சரி, நீங்கள் கண்டிப்பாக நிறையா டேஸ்டி சாப்பிடணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு நீங்கள் போயிட்டீங்க, ஹோட்டல் போயிட்டீங்க, you're ordering it, but by the time, that is your unsatisfied need. Okay? By the time you get this lunch or your breakfast, whatever you have ordered, in the next table that person got his food, so he started eating. Naturally நம்மளையும் மீறி என்ன பண்ணுவோம், அந்த aroma, அந்த ஸ்மெல்லுக்கு we get induced and we turn towards that side. நம்ம பார்க்கக்கூடாது, நம்ம சாப்பிட்றது நம்ம பார்க்கக்கூடாது, we think. But can we hold it back? No. So there starts a thing called tension. There what gets a tension that will drive you more. Okay? That turns to be a drive. Drive na it is making you. Adha unga vandu act panna vekkudhu. So what happens? Your tension, it drives. So you're just looking at the bearer to whom you have ordered the food. Yaarku nama vandu order kuduthirkom, avangala theruvom. We look at them and we ask, is it ready? Is it ready? Late aguma na vera dish sollata. So we go for that kind of urge. Okay? That will become your drive. Then search behavior. Already we discussed it. We start looking for it. We start looking for it and then we get it. We get it. So satisfied needs. Finally what happens? Reduction of tension. This we saw in our day-to-day life how it works. Let's see in an organization how it is going to work. Okay? This we saw at a more at home situation. நமக்கு வர personal need மாதிரி நம்ம எடுத்துட்டோம். நம்ம இப்போ என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? How it works in an organization. How it works in an organization. Unsatisfied need. For me, an unsatisfied need, for example, is to get a promotion. Okay? எனக்கு என்ன வேணும்? I want to get a promotion plus a transfer. எனக்கு ஒரு dream destinationக்கு அந்த புது branchக்கு என்ன divisional head-ஆ போடணும். We already discussed, right? So in organization structure, I want to be the divisional head for that particular branch. So it is a promotion plus transfer. That's your unsatisfied need. Okay? Then you get tension. What tension will you get? How will I get promoted? How will I get, that particular transfer? எனக்கு ஈக்குவலா எனக்கு யார் இருக்காங்க? Start thinking. I want to get that job somehow. எனக்கு எப்படியாவது promote ஆகணும், எனக்கு எப்படியாவது இந்த branch transfer ஆகணும். I want to become the divisional head. So your tension starts there. Then your drive. Your tension turns to be right. எப்படியாவது I definitely want to become that. I want to be the division head. I want to get promoted. I want to get transferred. நம்ம decide பண்றோம் இல்லையா? That's your drive. Next, search behavior. நான் என்ன பண்ணணும்? How am I going to reach that position? அந்த divisional headக்கு என்னோட MD என்ன select பண்ணணும்னா நான் என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணணும்? What are the various things that I have to accomplish to reach to that level? Is your search behavior. get promoted and transferred as a satisfied need. And now you are like, on the day when you go and sit on the chair, fine, I am the divisional head now. So that becomes a reduction of tension. Done? That is your motivation process. It differs. So for me it was a promotion and a transfer. For a temporary employee, imagine he's an apprentice. Okay, now he's just an apprentice. He wants to finish his training and become a permanent employee. So avaroda unsatisfied need enava irukum, he wants to become a permanent employee. So avaroda tension enava irukum, what will be his tension? That he has to be a permanent employee. How should I be permanent employee? How should I be permanent employee? Will be his tension. Drive. I definitely want to be a permanent employee. Drive. Search behavior. What are the various things that I have to learn to become a permanent employee? யாரெல்லாம் வந்து நான் satisfy பண்ணணும் என்னோட work மூலமா? Search behavior. Satisfied need. I became a permanent employee. Then I reduce tension. Over. That's it. No, your motivation starts again when you have a new need. Okay? Once this satisfied need, you got the need satisfied, it gets over. முடிஞ்சிடுச்சு. இங்கேயே நான் permanent employee ஆயிட்டேன்னா I will not get motivated again to do the same thing. I need another unsatisfied need. Always a motivation process starts with an unsatisfied need. When you don't have an unsatisfied need, you will never ever get motivated. Okay? It's like எனக்கு எதுவுமே வேண்டாம். I'm just happy at where I am. நான் இப்படியே இருந்துக்கிறேன். எனக்கு வேற எதுவுமே வேண்டாம். I'm very happy in my position. நான் ஒரு for example I am a clerk and I am happy as a clerk. எனக்கு வேற எதுவுமே வேண்டாம்னா you will be there only. You will not get motivated to work better than that. Right? You will not try to strive hard. So what is the base for it? Actually an unsatisfied need is the base for your motivation. Okay? So what did we discuss about the motivation process? It starts with an unsatisfied need. We need to identify an unsatisfied need. It starts from where? An unsatisfied need. Then it moves on to become a tension. This tension becomes my drive. My drive leads me to search behavior that will motivate me and that will get my needs satisfied. And once my need is satisfied, there is no more tension for me. I am relieved out of my tension is what we discussed through the motivation process. Okay? Next, we are going to talk about importance of motivation. Children, the same motivation process you can fit in for anything. Okay? I spoke about various examples like hunger. I spoke about what else? Promotion. Speaking about permanent, becoming permanent employee, job security. So there are various things that you can do under the same motivation process. Right? What are we going to do now? We are going to discuss about the importance of motivation. How is it important or why is it important? Okay? Why we should have a motivation technique? Why should we feel motivated is what we are going to discuss now. Importance of motivation. The first thing is that we know that it is considered very important because it helps to identify the people's needs and satisfy the needs. Right? Why do we need motivation in an organization? So, the human resources we said is the principal asset of any organization. And நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? அவங்கள first motivate பண்ணி we should make them stay with us. அதுக்கு நம்ம முதல்ல என்ன பண்ணணும்? We should identify their needs and we should make sure that those needs are satisfied. Then only they'll feel motivated to stay with the organization. Right? And when they are motivated, their performance gets improved. Right? What happens when they are motivated? their performance gets improved. They give better performance. So it helps improve performance. That is the first point in importance of motivation. What is it? It helps them to improve employee performance. Why? Because when there is a satisfied employee, he really does his best. Or employee or need irukku, unsatisfied need. Okay, so he is not at all interested in doing whatever he is doing right now. And the need satisfy ayiduchuna, he is feeling complete. He feels fulfilled. Right? So he just can go with his work, continue. Okay? When you have deep thirst, you are very, very thirsty. You cannot concentrate on anything. Right? Until otherwise you quench your thirst, you will not feel happy to continue the next one. Same thing happens here also. Okay, so that is what we are discussing. So a satisfied employee can always turn out to be giving the expected performance or another motivation to our organization. Our employee motivate panna, they get higher level of performance from their employees. Right? So it helps them to attain the organizational goals. Or satisfied employee எப்படி work பண்ணுவாங்க, happy work பண்ணுவாங்க, fulfilled work பண்ணுவாங்க, they'll give their full potential, which will definitely help them to attain the organizational goals. And then it helps to change the negative feeling that they have about the organization. Okay? Convert negative attitudes to positive attitudes. Okay, it can be any motivation, positive or negative, but somehow what happens? You convert negative attitude to positive attitude. For example, for instance, we'll take, negative motivation. எப்போ பாரு நம்ம positive motivation சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம். Negative motivation is like when you tell your employees that smoking is prohibited in the office premises. Okay? Smoking is prohibited in the office premises and you have a sign. நீங்க smoke பண்ணா you have to pay some fine amount or salary will be deducted or half a day leave will be cancelled. Something like that. You have a negative motivation or punishment may which if they smoke, they have to go through a punishment is what we are announcing to the employees. What will be the impact? At least for the fear factor, they will come out of that negative attitude and move into a positive attitude. What was the negative attitude? Smoking was a negative attitude. How do you make it positive? At least they will control themselves from smoking during the office hours. Personal of course, professionally, organization, they also, it will help them. How it will help the organization? Because when they go out, okay, to smoke, instead of, taking a 1 minute break, they take 2 minutes break of the office time. So if they are having this as a habit, always they will leave their work and they will go out for smoking. Right? This will deduct their time of working. Or employee 8 hours work பண்ணவங்க இடத்துல just for smoking, if he spends 10 minutes and it comes to somewhere around 1 hour, he works only 7 hours. Right? So what you are doing, whether it can be a positive motivation or a negative motivation, it has the ability to convert negative attitudes into positive attitudes. Right, children? So it helps them to attain the organizational goals as well as I said, personal behavior also will be enhanced. Okay? And then it helps to reduce the employee turnover for sure. The first step is reduces employee turnover. You find an employee, you train them, you spend a lot for getting the employee and training them to your level. And they don't feel motivated to work there. They leave the organization. what you have to do. ஒரு employee நீங்க recruit பண்ணிட்டீங்க, train பண்ணீங்க, you have spent a lot for him, whatever it is. But அந்த எம்ப்ளாயிக்கு ஆர்கனைசேஷனில் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறதுக்கு அந்த மோட்டிவேஷன் இல்லை. he does not have the drive. You need the drive, right? There is no drive for him to work in the organization. He leave the organization. இப்படி ஒருத்தர் வெளியில் போனால் what you have to do? Again you have to go for recruiting, again selecting, again training. You are going to involve cost. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to provide proper motivation where he will not have the thought of leaving the organization. Right children, that they should not think of what? Leaving the organization. எனக்கு organizationல motivation இருக்கு, I have a drive. He should have something to do. எதுவுமே இல்லாம simply coming and going in a work. Okay, he should be motivated to continue with the organization, and it is done through what? A good motivational plan. Right, it helps to reduce absenteeism in the organization. Okay, so this is one more thing. He is not leaving the organization, but he is being regularly absent from the organization. So what might be the changes, or what might be the reasons for absenteeism? Imagine you are an employee. You want to go to your organization, or two kinds of organization. Or organization that you have the facilities that you require. You have the computer, you have a proper restroom facility, you have water facilities, everything you have. Okay, you're working. Atmosphere is so good. அங்க போனா எல்லாரும் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியா இருக்காங்க. You get to do a lot. நிறைய கத்துக்கலாம். உங்களுக்கு இன்டர்நெட் ஃபெசிலிட்டி இருக்கு, எல்லாமே ஆஃபீஸ்ல இருக்கு. நீங்க அங்க போய் உங்களோட மேன் பவர் கொடுத்தா போதும். One more side of organization, there are not much of a facility. அங்க நீங்க உங்களோட இன்டர்நெட் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். உங்களோட பர்சனல் எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ்க்கு இன்டர்நெட் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். You have to carry your own water. தண்ணி நல்லா இல்லை. So even these reasons, people take into account. You think like தண்ணி நல்லா இல்லைன்னு ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷனுக்கு வந்துடுவாங்களா? Yes, of course. It's a basic necessity. Right children? So definitely this might happen. Bad working conditions இருக்கிற எந்த ஆர்கனைசேஷனுக்கும் they try to take leave. They find some reason to take leave. Imagine இன்னைக்கு ஸ்கூல்ல ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் இருக்கு, ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன் இருக்கு, it will be very fun, it will be very nice. அப்படின்னு இருந்தால் what you do? You will not mind about anything. Even if you are feeling tired, you say no, I'm very active, I'm going to the school, you will come. But imagine another day where you for sure that you are going to get some scolding or you get some punishment. On that day you will feel, even if you feel healthy, you will feel like not motivated to come to the school. Right? Just like that, it reduces absenteeism. What reduces absenteeism? Good motivation reduces absenteeism. Right children? It reduces what? It reduces absenteeism. What is next? It's that it helps managers to introduce changes smoothly without much resistance from people. This we have seen in direction, right? So they can adapt towards what? Towards new changes. So it helps employees to adapt to changes. So when there are any new changes, they are okay with it. They are ready to accommodate themselves for it. ஒரு நல்ல motivational plan இருக்கிற organizationல manager என்ன சொன்னாலும் the employees are ready to follow that. Okay, they won't go for much resisting because they are sure சரி என்ன சேஞ்ச் இருந்தாலும் என்னோட மேனேஜர் இருக்காங்க, அவங்க ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க, அவங்க என்ன கைட் பண்ணுவாங்கங்கிற ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட் இருக்கு, ஒரு பிலீஃப் இருக்குன்னா definitely they would not resist these changes. Okay, these are the importance of motivation. Right. So what are the importance point that we have discussed? So it improves employee performance. A good motivation technique definitely improves the employees' performance by inducing them, by motivating them. It converts negative attitudes to positive attitudes. Right, children? So that's why we say that motivation is an important element of direction. Actually, all four elements are important for direction, and direction itself is very, very important. Okay? What is next? Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Hierarchy means levels, right? A proper order or proper level. Okay. So who is this Maslow? Who is this Maslow? He's actually Abraham Maslow, and he was a psychologist. Okay. Maslow's need hierarchy. It was given by Abraham Maslow, and who he was? He was a psychologist who deal with people's feelings and emotions. Okay, they are called as psychologists. What he has done, he has given a hierarchy of 5 needs. Okay, this hierarchy consists of how many levels? Levels in the hierarchy? 5 different levels, which has 5 different needs. And this is actually considered to be very important. In our motivation, we saw that it is very complex. We cannot be commonly going into it. ஒருத்தரோட need வேறையா இருக்கும், இன்னொருத்தரோட need வேறையா இருக்கும். எனக்கு promotion needனா உங்களுக்கு job security need-ஆ இருக்கலாம். Right. So it differs from person to person. So it is very difficult to fix with a particular motivation technique, because human beings, feelings and emotions are very, very different, and it is very, you should not touch the wrong nerve. Or positive motivation எதிர்பார்க்கிற ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயிக்கு நெகட்டிவ் மோட்டிவேஷன் கொடுத்தா it will backfire on us. He might even lose his interest to work with the organization, and he might leave the organization. So யாருக்கு எந்த மாதிரி பண்ணணுங்கிறது ப்ராப்பராக இருக்கணும். So நிறைய researchers, different researchers have done various studies, okay, regarding how to give this motivation. How do you identify and satisfy their needs? What is the point here? And these theories, these help us to understand motivating as a phenomenon. Like how to understand motivation is what we are going to discuss. So this theory, Maslow's need hierarchy theory, is considered to be one of the important fundamental theories to understand motivation. Even though we have many theories, this Maslow's need hierarchy theory serves to be a fundamental one. It is easy to understand, and of course it actually fits much. Okay, that's why we are going to examine it in detail. And this theory he actually published in 1943. So when did it come out? It came into practice in 1943. Mark this year important. And his theory was based on human needs. Basically, he spoke about human needs, and we are going to connect it to the organizational needs. So according to this, there exist how many levels? 5 needs. Okay, how many we have? We have the hierarchy with 5 needs, and we are going to have it in the format itself. Okay, the basic level, first level, okay, we are going to go like this. Okay, the basic physiological needs. Basic physiological needs. What are those basic physiological needs? It's like most basic in the hierarchy. It serves to be the base. First thing we need is this. What are those? It corresponds to primary needs. It's actually like primary needs like hunger, thirst, sleep. If we don't have, sleep, we don't want anything else. Ennoda need only for sleep. எனக்கு எனக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு கிராண்ட் ஃபீஸ்ட் இருக்குனாலும் if I don't have hunger I can't have it. I want sleep now. I want to sleep now. So these are primary needs. If these are not satisfied, man will not move on to the next need. எனக்கு physiological needs satisfy ஆகாம என்னால next level of need க்கு proceed பண்ண முடியாது. This is my first basic primary need that I have. What is that? Physiological need. So here for an organization level, நமக்கு okay human needs as a layman we understand it is hunger, thirst, sleep and all those things. How does it, you know, in a basic physiological need, in organization's point of view, it's like salary. Okay, the basic salary. Why do we all work? To earn money, right? So it is actually for me the basic salary is my basic physiological need. நான் ஆஃபீஸ் வர்றது இல்லை, நான் ஒரு கம்பெனியில் ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷனில் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறது என்னோட சேலரிக்காக. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஐ நீட் மை சேலரி, அதுக்கப்புறமா தான் ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ், அதுக்கப்புறமா தான் இது எல்லாமே. ஸோ வாட் இஸ் அ பேசிக் physiological need in the point of view of organization? A basic salary would be an example for basic physiological need. Right? Now in this, you know, drastic situation, in this pandemic situation, everybody have lost their, most of them have lost their jobs, and what they had to do, they went for alternate jobs. Why did they go for alternate jobs? We saw that even people who were, you know, working in an IT industry or at, you know, white collar jobs, people who are doing white collar jobs are getting down into streets and doing a simple job, a blue collar job work. Okay, why? Because for this basic physiological need, they need salary, they need money to run their lives. Right? We all need. That is the basic physiological need in individual thing. It's like hunger or thirst, but in organization's point of view, it's going to be the basic salary. Next thing is the safety or security need. So safety or security need. How does it work? From an individual's point of view, it can be stability of income. I have a safety, I have security. Okay, so with my income I can run my life. To an organization's point of view, a person would look for job security, a permanent job. I want to stay in this job forever, a permanent job, or it can be a stability of income or a pension plan. Okay, whatever happens, I should have this stability in income. எல்லா மாசமும் எனக்கு இன்கம் வந்துட்டே இருக்கு. நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணணும்னா எனக்கு என்ன வரணும்? எல்லா மாசமும் இன்கம் வந்துட்டே இருந்தால் தான் என்னால் ஒர்க் பண்ண முடியும். 1 month இன்கம் இல்லைனாலும் I can lose my confidence there. அப்போ என்னால் I can't go to the next level. Right children, என்னோட basic physiological needs satisfy ஆனதும் எனக்கு என்ன வேணும்? I want to go to the next level, safety or security. Okay, even your home or your security system can be called as a safety or security need. Once you are, you know, happy to sleep and sleep, okay, நான் தூங்க எழுந்திரிச்சிட்டேன், next what will I think? வீடு சேஃபாக இருக்கா? Think about it. So that is a safety security. In office, in an organization, it can be your job security or it can be your pension plan. Okay, after my retirement, what am I going to do? I have a pension. That's why we have a pension plan. This need is also satisfied. What is this? It needs provide security and protection from physical and emotional harm. Okay, physical harm and the security service part. Right. So in job, it's a job security, it's a pension plan, it's a stability of income. Any newcomer should not snatch my job. ஒரு புது ஆஃபீஸர் வராரு அப்படின்னா என்னோட ஜாப்க்கு அங்கே டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் வரக்கூடாது. அதுக்கு நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்? ஐ ஷுட் ஒர்க் டு தட் லெவல். யார் வந்தாலும் என்னோட பொசிஷன்லேருந்து தே ஷுட் நாட் சென்ட் மீ ஆஃப். தட் மச் ஐ ஷுட் ஒர்க். தட் இஸ் யோர் மோட்டிவேஷன் அகேன். ரைட். இதெல்லாம் நம்ம எதுக்கு பார்க்கணும்? இந்த நீட்லேருந்து என்ன கிடைக்கும்? யூ கெட் மோட்டிவேட்டட். ரைட். For your basic physiological need, that is an unsatisfied need, you get your tension, you get your drive. Same process. Number needs மட்டும் தான் இப்போ டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுறோம். Right? So that's your your security. Once it is done, what do you do next? You have your belongingness need. Okay? You need a sense of belongingness. Belongingness. So that's the next need. Affiliation or acknowledgement that you are existing there. So we need affection, we need family, right? Individuals, we need family, we need someone to look after us. That's what we need. So now again, your individual point of view, I have my hunger. Okay, எனக்கு பசிக்கிறப்ப சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு என்கிட்ட ஃபுட் இருக்கு. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் நான் என்ன தேடுவேன்? நான் இருக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு வீடு, சேஃபாக இருக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு வீடு, அதுவும் இருக்குது. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் நான் என்ன தேடுவேன்? என்னை பார்த்துக்கிறதுக்கு someone who can show affection, who I can think as my own, my family. So that is belongingness. In an organization, what did you see? First need basic salary. Okay, எனக்கு basic salary இருக்கு. நான் நெக்ஸ்ட் என்ன தேடுவேன்? என்னோட ஜாப் செக்யூர்டாக இருக்கணும், வேறு யாரும் என்னோட பொசிஷனுக்கு வராமல் இந்த ஜாப் என்கிட்ட எப்பயும் இருக்கணும், எப்போ எனக்கு இன்கம் வந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கணும், அது எனக்கு இருக்குது. நெக்ஸ்ட்டு நான் என்ன யோசிப்பேன்? ஒரு ரெகக்னிஷன் எனக்கு வேணும், ரைட்? ஐ வாண்ட் டு பி ரெகக்னைஸ்ட். ஓகே, தட் இஸ் த நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் ஆக்சுவலி. பிலாங்கிங்னஸ், யூ ஹேவ் அ ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப். ஓகே, an informal organization, எனக்கு ஒரு பார்ட்னர். ஓகே, not like the working partner I'm talking about, like in my work. So when I am going to the canteen for my lunch during my break, I want someone to come with me, a sense of belongingness. So you can be, it's like a friendship, it can be your colleagues, how they feel. Okay, I have a friendship, I have a belongingness in என்னோட organization. இவங்க என்ன பார்த்துக்கிறாங்க, I am taking care of them. Something happens to me, they are there to take care of me. All these things. So a sense of, a good relationship with your colleagues, your friendship can be that. Next is your esteemed needs. Once this is also satisfied, you go for your self-esteem. What are these esteemed needs? Here comes recognition, acknowledgement, my status. Am I getting promoted? Am I a manager? Am I improving myself? இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கணும் இல்லையா? ஸோ when in your organization, if someone comes and asks who is that particular person, everybody should know நம்ம நினைக்கிறோம் இல்லையா? That is your esteem. And what is the example here? It's your self-respect, it's your recognition, it's your attention. When people concentrate on you or know about you, imagine you're a manager, okay? You're one manager, your production manager, your friend is a sales manager. So when the sales manager enters, they are all like very happy that getting up, wishing and all those things. You're a production manager, you're entering but nobody is wishing you. You'll feel bad, right? So you need that attention, you need that self-respect, you need that status. That is called the esteem needs, okay? And finally comes the self-actualization need. If everything is done, if you get all these needs, you go on to the next level, which is called the self-actualization needs, where you are like setting your own goals and determining your achievement by yourself, okay? It refers to the drive to become what one is capable of becoming. These needs include growth, self-fulfillment and achievement of goals. So what is the last thing? It is the self-actualization. So it's like this. And it can be what? Your achievement, your growth in an organization. Now just imagine, can you think of the next one? In teacher job security in there. Okay, I don't have job security. In the basic salary, but I need a job security. It's a temporary job. I need to satisfy. It's a temporary job. I might lose my job or toughness or a situation. Can you have a friendship with your colleagues or a cordial relationship with No, I can't. So once basic psychological, physiological needs are satisfied, I have to go to the next one, safety and security needs. Once they are satisfied, then I go to belongingness needs. Once belongingness is done, then I go for esteem. If esteem also I have achieved, then I go for self-actualization. So this is a hierarchy which has to be followed. Hierarchy nala it should follow in the same order. Right? Just like as individuals, we also have the same hierarchy. Enoda food, into food irukku. Na eppo vena enakku saapida mudiyum. I have the ability to earn my daily bread. So that's my basic physiologically completed. Next, I move on to my safety security. I need a home. Right? நம்ம பார்க்கிறோம் ஒருத்தர் நல்லா earn பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிற situationல தான் they try to build a home. Right? அவங்க employment வந்து differ ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு. They don't have a permanent employment. They won't think about a home. First they want a permanent job. Right? They want a daily income. They want a daily bread. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் அவங்க என்ன யோசிப்பாங்க, வீடு பத்தி யோசிப்பாங்க. Video okay done. Next I want someone to be with me. I want my family to be with me. அந்த ஹோம்ல நான் மட்டும் தனியா இருக்க முடியாது. I need my family. எனக்கு வீடு இருக்கு. அடுத்து நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன், எனக்கு வீடு வந்துருச்சு. I have got family, I have got people around me, I have got affection. எனக்கு என்ன இருக்குது, I want esteem. That is என்னோட family என்ன ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணணும். என்னோட ஃபேமிலிக்கு நான் இம்பார்ட்டண்டா இருக்கேன். Isn't it a thing? என்னோட ஃபேமிலி நான் கொண்டு வந்து உள்ள வச்சிட்டு if they are showing their affection to someone and they are respecting someone else, we will not be happy about it. என்னையும் அவங்க ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணணும், என்ன அவங்க ரெகக்னைஸ் பண்ணணும். Done. Once that is also done, என்ன ரெகக்னைஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க, என் ஃபேமிலி ரெஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் ஐ கோ ஃபார் செல்ஃப் ஆக்சுவலைசேஷன். லைக் க்ரோத்னா ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவல் என்ன யோசிக்க முடியும், செல்ஃப் ஃபுல்ஃபில்மெண்ட். நான் என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணிக்கணும், நான் ஒரு ஃபேமிலி உருவாக்கிட்டேன், என்னோட ஃபேமிலியை நான் பார்த்துக்கிறேன், my children are so good, they are well settled. All this comes under the self actualization. So if you see your dads and moms, once they come to a position, they try to bring you up equally to them or better than them. Right? That is a self actualization. Right, children? So Maslow's theory is actually based on a few assumptions that we are going to discuss now. With that, we will complete this particular topic and we will go to the next topic in the next class. What are these assumptions? Okay? Because without assumptions, you cannot make sure that these are right. Under what assumption did Abraham Maslow come under with this theory? That it is based on their needs. People's behavior is based on needs. Okay? People's behavior is based on needs. Right? So ஒருத்தர் behave பண்றது எதை பொறுத்து இருக்கு, அவங்களுடைய நீடை பொறுத்து இருக்கு. அவங்க physiological need ஒரு மாதிரி இருப்பாங்க, safety and security ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஓகே, ப்ரமோஷன் வேணும்னா அதுக்கு ஒரு மாதிரி ஒர்க் பண்ணணும், salary increment வேணும்னா அதுக்கு வேற மாதிரி ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். So based on that, how I have to improve my performance, it differs, right? So people's behavior is based on their need is the first assumption of Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Next thing, it is in a hierarchical order. Okay, the needs are in hierarchical order. That is, you cannot go to the next need without doing this need. Idoda basic need nalla satisfy பண்ணாம என்னால higher needs க்கு போக முடியாது. Okay, it is in a proper hierarchical order that people have to follow or they are already following. A satisfied need can no longer motivate a person. என்கிட்ட basic salary இருக்குன்னா மறுபடியும் அதுக்காக நான் work பண்ண மாட்டேன். I will go to the next need. Right? A satisfied need cannot motivate. A satisfied need can't motivate again. Over, I attained that position, I got my promotion, I have to look for a new need. Illaya? So that is what we discussed in the motivation process also, right, children? So once your need is satisfied, it no longer motivates you. You need to look for a new need. And finally, a person moves to the next higher level of the hierarchy only when the lower level is satisfied. In the need and satisfy ஆனாதான் போக முடியும். என்கிட்ட பேசிக் என்னோட பிலாங்கிங்னஸ் இல்லாமல், எனக்கு ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் இல்லாமல் நான் ரெகக்னிஷன் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. எனக்கு முதல்ல எல்லாரோடையும் ஒரு கார்டியல் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் இருக்கணும் என்னோட ஆர்கனைசேஷனுக்குள்ள. அதுக்கப்புறமா தான் என்னால் என்ன எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண முடியும், ரெஸ்பெக்ட் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண முடியும். எனக்கு அவங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்லாம் வேண்டாம், டேரெக்டாக ரெஸ்பெக்ட் வேணும்னு நினைக்க முடியுமா? நோ, இட் டசன்ட் ஒர்க் தட் வே. ஸோ அ பர்சன் moves to the next level only after completing his satisfying his lower level of need, right? That's how it is done. It focuses, this theory focuses on the needs as the basis for motivation. So it entirely relies on one point. ஒரு need தான் ஒரு பர்சனை மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணும். அந்த need தான் டிரைவா மாறி அவங்களை மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுங்கிறது தான் இதோட clear cut assumption. Okay, many of them have not agreed completely to this. Okay, they have a difference of opinion with this theory, but of course there might be pros and cons, but still this serves to be Maslow's need hierarchy theory, serves to be a fundamental theory till date, because we realize we take it as, you know, a baseline to understand the needs of our employees and to satisfy them. Okay, so it helps managers to realize the need level of employee. Okay, because which level of need they want, aketa madri we motivate them, right children? So this is about Maslow's need hierarchy theory. We saw what are the basic needs we have and how to sort them out, how it works in an individual level and how it works in a organization's side. So we discussed the assumptions, we discussed the motivation process, and we have discussed the importance of motivation. I hope you have understood the topic. So please go through the text, please answer the worksheets based on that. If at all you didn't understand something somewhere, please reach me out and get your doubts clarified. We're going to have 3 or 4 more classes for this particular chapter. It's a little lengthy, but of course it's a very interesting chapter. So far we have discussed 2 elements of direction. We have spoken about supervision and we are speaking about motivation. Still there are some things that we are going to speak about motivation. We'll continue it in the next session. Thank you children, and may you all have a wonderful day.